sectional, featuring 13 accent pillows and Bob-O-Pedic gel memory foam for hundreds less than the competition. So stop by your local store or visit mybobs.com and see how much you can save when you dare.
Hello, darlings. How's everybody doing? Going to spend about an hour here, decompressing just a bit before going elsewhere. Teeth are out only because I am drinking an incredibly hot coffee and I didn't wish to melt them. Oh, hello, Bee. How are you doing, darling? Oh, you were just thinking about me. Say more, say more. Don't worry, I have clothing on underneath, my goodness. Hello, darlings. Come in, come in, come in. Oh, today has been a day. Don't worry, I'll do it again tomorrow, but still, today has been a day. I know, right? Scandalous, darling. But do you love that brooch or what? Gorgeous. What can I say? It is absolutely lovely under here. Right? It's the most lovely, like, burgundy color. Gorgeous. Painted onto my body, though. Absolutely painted onto my body. Does not want to sit past the curve of my hip. Keeps inching its way up. Yes, I ordered it quite some time ago. I want to say probably better part of a year ago. Just found it. I was like, when did I order the... quite some time ago. But yes, it's this lovely little number. Absolutely adore it. Gorgeous. Lovely satin. Has a decent amount of give to it. Enough ease that it will slide on. But between the chest and the hips, it becomes very indecent very quickly. Oh well, it happens. Hello, darling. How are you doing? I've had quite a day. I've come here to readjust my mind just a little bit before I go unfavorited and, you know, find some lovely people here to talk to first. Some people who have, you know, just a bit of common sense in their heads. Unlike some of the people that I was dealing with today, because, my God, braying donkeys and liars. I blocked both of them. I do find that I get a quite joy. I get joy from blocking. I don't know why. I do. I can just do it again and again and again. I don't know. I also like getting a little bit sassy with trolls and whatnot. There's part of me that just needs a good row. You've been good, just finished medical assisting school, and next is nursing school. Oh, you got the job, yay! Oh, I absolutely love that for you. That is absolutely gorgeous. And, love, 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 love. Yeah, so do I. Right. I know that you know, that we know. We understand. We know. Yes. Today was interesting. Today I decided, you know, okay, let's go live on a place where the loyal fans are. And, you know, went on, decided, dress, makeup, the whole nine, teeth in. Did a whole little song and dance. It's quite nice. It was quite lovely. We got people in who... I didn't mind the ones who would just sit and say nothing. Fine by that. But the ones who come in and make ostentatious requests, but then show absolutely no coin, and expect you, well, come on, you should be wanting to do all of these things. You're covered. I'm covered, but I am not paid. Therefore, why would I give you something? Anything, especially when you're demanding. They weren't even polite about it. Now that Kat Von D does not work there anymore, I do own one lip stain called Witches. I absolutely adore it. It's so gorgeous. It's that rich black. Oh, I need more. I need more. I honestly need more. At this point in time, I would not mind a whole lot more. Playful darling, how do you do? I want like a sumptuous red. Like this dark color. I want a really lovely, just sumptuous red. Well, that and I want my lips to do that lovely gushy glow. That I know it's just a liner, regular lip, but like I want that sumptuous wet lip, that thick lip that you just want to suck on. Oh, I want that look so badly. I'm still upset about Kat selling her company. Like, girl, respectfully, was your best thing you've done yet. Besides tattoos. Well, I actually appreciate that she sold her company, the makeup company, so that I could ethically buy from said company. Because with her attached to it, there was no way in hell I was going to pick up any of her makeup. She made fast friends with people like Jeffree Star. And if you know why Jeffree Star is an issue, amongst the other people who were in her conclave, in her comrades, in her bosom buddies, many of them were of an incredibly detestable nature. So I didn't want to pick anything from her or gift her any money of any variety, because I did not wish to participate in giving finances to despicable people. But I understand different people stand in different places and not everybody knows, so there's literally no judgment to that from me. Doing well, just had some lunch and relaxing now. How have I been doing? Ooh, I absolutely adore a good lip gloss. I love a good lipstick, and then if you can give me a little bit of a lip gloss that helps just amplify the shine, the sheen, about it. Oh, God, yes. I'm doing okay, just... had an interesting day tonight on the site. A gloss over your color choice of lipstick. Ooh. I don't need the plumping. I'm not even going to brag about the lovely lips that I have. But no, I don't need the plumping because it causes me to lick my lip more often because I'll just... So yeah, no, it comes off looking odd. Hilarious, but odd. Oh, the cream eyeshadows. I have not yet used a cream eyeshadow. I'd love to know how well those work. Oh, I do love a nice lip oil. Yes. Right, always have to use it sparingly. Hello, Libra. How do you do, my darling? Aw, why thank you. Well, I am located places, so there are ways to find me. Other ways to get me in your diet, as it were. I'm definitely settling into my new place. As you can see, it's been decorated behind me. I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. I've gotten much more... making sure that nobody can see anything. There we go. So yes, I'm fitting into my space so much better. Definitely relaxing, finally getting a little bit more into a headspace where I can just sit and relax. Hello, Phoenix. Hello. Phoenix down. Ah, I'm sorry. It's the Final Fantasy of it all. I love it. Hello, Kimmy. How do you do? Hello, my darlings. I swear, maybe some of you can help. Most of my life I was raised to cater myself in quite a few manners towards the XY chromosome. So at times, I find it so much easier, apparently, to talk to you. More than likely an XX. A femme, an AFAB. We know each other's languages so much easier, so much nicer. But so much of my work has been pushed towards the other side, which I like them and all, but I really want to interact with more sapphics, more people who have proclivities towards my type, and share a few more things. How can I do that best? Because I absolutely adore talking to you, even over on those other sites. I appreciate your company so much more than that of the menfolk so far. Hello, Beverly. How do you do? Thank you, darling. I appreciate that you like the vibe. Come on in, sit down, share me with friends or other people that you trust. It's an odd vibe here. I am not everybody's, cup of tea, shot of whiskey kind of thing. So by all means, if you don't like me, it's okay. Block me, that way I'm not in your algorithm, but if you like me... Yes, I am still single. Oh, goodness, yes, I am still single. And very much so by choice. I take getting into any new relationship slowly, and I am quite a bit more introverted. Extroverted here, but like introverted in the real world, so yes, it's a little bit slow for me getting out there, especially seeing as I am so very fucking cautious. Oh, yes. Hello, darlings. How do you do? Hello, Kylie. Hello, Maddie. I'm trying to be a bit more gregarious and use people's names, so if I do pronounce something incorrectly, by all means, give me a phonetic. Right? Well, I mean, anybody nowadays, especially femme-presenting types, you have to be cautious. You have to be more aware. You have to hold your how do I put it? The standards have to be high. Because for the longest time, the standard, well, the bar itself has been practically in the gutter, if not in hell. So if you don't hold a high standard, they don't try at all. I mean, some of them try in ways that are wildly inappropriate, but Oh, you're okay. I'm doing good. Right. The bar is so low you could practically walk over it, and still somehow they force themselves to limbo under. By all means, feel free, bring in. There's always going to be tea of some variety around here. Right. And see, that's my whole thing, is like, if I could push myself to be more interactive and attracted towards and move towards the very femme, oh, I would. I absolutely would. I have this reality, though, that I'm attracted to them, and I'm still not sure why, and I'm slightly angry about that. But B, particular lines of work mean that I present more for them because they are the mass consumer, as it were. Right. They will destroy the bar, they will make the bar into a drill just so they can get it low. Am I tall? Oh, goodness. I mean, with the boots on, with my platform shoes on, I'm about 5'10". But without the shoes on, when I'm just barefoot, well, I mean, I'm still very much chest, head, and shoulders above, well, others. But no, I'm technically short. But you don't need to be tall when they kneel. I know, that's the part that surprised me, my darling bee, when I found out that you're even more petite than I am. I'm about 5'5". And gently nudging that half-inch. But you're even shorter than me. I was like, I would have sworn that you were at least 5'8". You have exceedingly tall energy. You have the I can't wear heels around other men, they get jealous energy. Oh, hello, my darlings. How are we doing? Come on in. Sit. We're just decompressing for a bit as I warm up. Let's see. That is one of my fangs. Where did my other one go? How do I always... Oh, there we go. There we go. You're 5'8" and the tallest on your family, so you feel like the giant. In 8-inch. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Honestly, I like those who are secure enough to be around super feminine types who wear those very, very tall shoes. The ones who don't mind if you tower over them. I used to date a man. I use man very loosely. I used to date a man who was all of, I think 5'8", maybe 5'9", and desperately hated it when I wore heels. And they weren't even high heels. They were just regular 3-inch heels. And because I came so close to his eye level at that point, he got so comically insecure. I'm like, I look gorgeous. My ass sticks out. My calves are lovingly tight. Everything about me has a lovely swagger to it. And you know that I'm on your arm. And yet you're ever so insecure about that? About 3 little inches? Hi, Krabby. Hello, darling. Well, I am a 40,000-year-old vampire. Took out the teeth because I didn't want to melt them at the moment. But, yes... translation spell got me stuck with a kind of 1700s colonial accent. So, technically American. Technically. Just several centuries behind. Of course we're talking about inches. It's always about inches. 6'4" in your heels. Oh. But still my heart. I'd be looking up like a chihuahua who's ready to lose it all for a pit bull. Just, tower over me. I can climb. Fair enough. Right? Enjoy the heels. Enjoy the heels. If you're worried about the heels, or the fact that I'm now near your eye level, my goodness. Hello, Jacqueline. Right. Barely. That part, that's the funny part to me, is that you would be barely taller than me with your heels on. Ah, your show is on. Right. And this is just a little special. This is a little special. I needed good decompression after an hour and a half live over on one of the sites. Some very interesting but exceedingly cheap men. So I've come here to decompress my brain. And of course, show will be on as regularly scheduled, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Oh, yes. It was funny too, because I am nicely dressed up today. But they're like, can you do all these things? I'm like, sure, we just need to see some coin. One of them lied about giving coin, and the other was just, but you're clothed. And you're still expecting me to work. 5'11", no heels, wore Ugg boots under my wedding dress. My darling, I would have insisted, if you are comfortable, that you wear heels. At that point, tower over everyone. That's the best way to do it. See, and that's the funny thing, is the only reason I went live is because they never send out the notice that I'm on. Everybody's coming on and going, I didn't get your notice, I just happened to wander across. I'm just like, hey. I was like, oh, come on, maybe people will see me, maybe they won't, and, they usually don't get a notification. I'm only going to be on for an hour anyways. You have shown up in droves, which I absolutely adore. Right. Well, I mean, it's a bug that's been going on for over a year, so... They have apparently never fixed that particular thing, because multiple of my followers have had that exact same thing where they thought that they were following me, and then they weren't, and then they tripped over me again on the For You page, so, Oh, yes, I absolutely did. I absolutely did. I had a decent amount of fun. I'm slowly growing the places where I am, figuring out all of the logistics for, calendar dates and whatnot. So, Tuesdays and Thursdays will be favorited at 5 to 7. For TikTok, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And then during the days themselves, I'm still trying to figure out if I like the 18 and above sites during the day or if I should do it towards the evening. I'm kind of actually leaning towards the day, mostly because there's nobody else around for the most part during the day, so I'm much less likely to have noise pollution of any variety. Hello, darlings. Come on in. Let's have a little banter, sit, talk. What shall we go on about? What tea shall we spill? What improper innuendo shall we have? I finally found the little Oreo thins that I had been looking for, the ones that were doubly chocolate. Yes, I know, it's absolutely thin. It's practically thinner than a cookie by itself, the Oreo by itself, but still they're really, really good. TikTok really is playing games. Oh, thank you, darling. I tried to go light. I just put a little deep leave-in conditioner, and then left off the hair gel, only because it can damage my hair, and my hair can be incredibly finicky. Oh. Absolutely adore that. This is your first impression of me? Oh, hi. Hopefully it's a good one. Right, no, I refuse to. Do I want dye all over my pillowcases? No. Plus, I want everybody to know that I am well into my 40s. Welcome to my villain era. Do not treat me as a child. I will not appreciate it. Right? I do love the Oreo thins. I kind of almost wish that regular Oreos were all just the Oreo thins. That little bit of crunch is absolutely delightful. And just that thin layer of icing. That overly thick layer, it tastes of shortening, and that's about it. Icing and, okay, I should say shortening and sugar, and that's about it. But no, I like the little bit of crunch with that thin layer of cream in there. So lovely. And yes, don't worry, I am she, her today. I am gender fluid, so sometimes it's she, her, sometimes it's they, them. But don't worry, you're perfectly fine. I'm definitely in a she, her. I'm much more relaxed. I am feeling the embrace of the feminine. I thank you. Really, you've never had an Oreo thin? Ah. Oh, yes. So, if you need a reading, all you have to do is go up to the Blinks and Layouts, $5 per card. Of course, I have several different cards with me. Oh, so I'll turn that a little bit more. My cards. So you just go up, you pay for it, and once I get that, I'll see it come through, and then I pull cards for you, my dear. Oh, yes. Oh, I love the Asian market because they carry the chocolate ones. I believe they usually carry the regular ones as well. They also carry strawberry. And on top of that, my local H Mart is now carrying some specialty Kit Kat bars. I am very tempted to go and grab a bag. Oh, I love that! Gives Klaus from Vampire Diaries in the best way. Oh, thank you. Right? Right. To me, with a regular Oreo, I like the cookie. I like that crunchy cookie. But that stuffing, that filling, even though I swear to God, there's been less and less cream inside. It's like being at a geriatric hospital. Don't think too heavily on that. But they keep, like, less and less filling. And it seems like they keep putting more and more, like, vegetable shortening in that particular filling. So it just becomes fatty, greasy, it coats your tongue, and you're just going, I can't taste any other flavor. I think there's sugar in there, but other than that... Chocolate ones, on the other hand, are absolutely gorgeous, because they're like a dark chocolate. It's rich, it's cocoa-y, it's definitely chocolate. And that thin layer of cream, that thin layer of taste, that flavor, the cacao, is quite pleasant. Right? I don't like it when it's that double stuff. Ugh, I'm not a fan of double stuff. No. It's highly unpleasant. At that point, if you have double stuff, you just kind of huck it to the back of your throat, chug as much coffee or milk as you can, hold it, if you can, for at least 30 seconds, and then swallow. I'm not going to clarify any of that. Right? That part, yeah, it leaves a film on the tongue, and yet, I'm with you. No to the double stuff. Thins, yes. And regulars, 2 or 3 of them maybe. But the thins, I can gently eat my way through about half a dozen or so. You love my personality. Well, thank you, darling. Just wait. Get to know me even better. I'm trying to think of a good iced cookie. Because, like, store-bought sugar cookies, those lovely, incredibly soft ones, usually that you can get in the bakery section. They have no name, they're just the store brand, and they all seem to be the same sugar cookie. I swear to you, they must all be using the same recipe. The sugar cookie itself, zero taste. Absolutely tender as can be, but zero taste. But the only reason you buy them is for the frosting that is on top, and you're like, I don't know why, but this frosting needs a sugar cookie vehicle, and into my mouth it goes. Colonial 1700s American. So it has that kind of British ring to it, but it has also been transformed by all of the other accents that had coalesced in the northwestern region of the Americas at that time. So yes, much more colonial 1700. Later on becomes a bit more nasally and becomes the transcontinental. Yes, transcontinental accent. That kind of high-pitched nasally, hi, how you doing? Operator here, where do you need to be plugged in? Yeah, that's the transcontinental. And that one is closer to the 20s and 40s, I believe. And yes, I'm much more circa 1700s. Hello, darling. How are you doing? Hopefully everybody here does know that they are supposed to be an adult. If we have any minors here in the in the audience, please do see yourself out. This is an 18 and over, not for any particular reason, not for, no. Mostly for my comfort, I like speaking with adults, and much more for your safety. I don't wish to put you in front of aggressive adults who like to aim for low-hanging fruit, or people who seem like they might be on the younger side. So yes. Exactly. Because I need to be able to explain things, especially consequences, concisely, clearly. And quite often I have found even teenagers don't seem to quite understand consequences. But, you know, I'll be as soft as I please, or as, you know, ragged. Why, thank you, darling. I mean, well, fine wine, or a good stiff Scotch whiskey. Hello, darlings. Come in, come in. How are we doing today? We've got about 20 more minutes before I go over to Favorited. I'll be there, doing cards, just getting a feel for the lay of the land, as it were, and meeting a new audience. Apparently you can be a bit more relaxed. My CA name? Hey? I'm sorry, expand, my dear Nina. Oh, gosh. See, that would have been just overly simple. No, you're fine, you're fine. Cash App is the inner battery. TheeInna. BATHORY. 3 words, each capitalized. Oh no, not walking pneumonia. Oh, that's awful. Don't you just hate it that you can be sick enough that it's serious, but not sick enough that it actually keeps you from being functional? You're like, no, but yay, but no, but yeah, but no. Oh, goodness, walking pneumonia is absolute pain in the ass. Oh, and don't worry, I did an ASMR video today. I will be posting that up a little bit later on. I am working with different types of sound artistry. Ooh, sick for 2 weeks now. I love it. So I'm a bit of an intuitive reader. I know some people are clairvoyant. I'm still learning all the different clairs. Still learning all the different clairs, but yes, I am intuitive in my reads. Luckily, it's also one ear out the other. So when I read for somebody, I get dubious knowledge. Ever so fun. But the moment I have basically stopped and tucked the cards away, shuffled to go on to the next one, my mind blinks itself. I adore it. Absolutely, my dear. Intuitives unite. Not really, not especially. A, I make sure that my foods are a little bit softer. B, I have the common sense of a pit bull, which should tell you everything you need to know right there. But also, it's bone. So I can apply a pretty decent amount of pressure without worrying about truly damaging myself. And they're just cookies. So, like, if I was trying to chew a big piece of steak, yes, that would be an issue. Why? Because dense protein needs to be, you know, broken down quite a bit considerably more. Cookies, on the other hand, a good sip of milk or coffee and I'm pretty much good to go. Plus, if I stay ready, I don't have to get ready. Okay. So, 6 of Swords. You know hardship, you know trouble, you know confrontation when it comes to you, of course. I don't know if this is starting out as a wedding or an obituary. A eulogy, that's the word I'm looking for. Dearly beloved keeps popping into my mind for some reason. I do not know what you're fighting over, but... confrontation is definitely headed your way. Luckily, you don't really need somebody to remind you to rise above, but if you have... Oh, I'm sorry, I should have... For Angelina. Yes. Whoever you happen to have in your corner, my dear, remind them to rise above. or at least let them know what your strategy is. If you wish to sling mud with the people who are trying to drag you into the fray, do as such. But if you're going to rise above their pettiness and snub them by looking down your nose, I would definitely say whoever else is with you, especially if you have one of those friends, and we all know that we have one of those friends. If you have one of those friends, remind them. Remind them that you're going above and not below. Because it feels like there's a scrappy friend who wants to drive you into the fray, instead of letting you sit in a place of superiority. Again, this is why I couldn't quite tell if it's a funeral or a wedding. Because again, dearly beloved keeps coming to mind, which I know most people would say, oh, this is wedding. And I'm like, no, that can also be a... What do you call it? Yeah. You know. So, anybody needing a card pulled? There are Blinks and Lio. 444. The Blinks and Lio. Feel free to have at it. It's only $5 per card. So, soon as I see that come up, I will come back and pull for you. Hello. Good afternoon. Almost evening. Feel free. Come on in. Seriously, Tiny. Ooh, if I could get a good beat on you, you bastard. I haven't quite gotten comfortable in this particular kitchen enough to bake. I might take a look at the baking situation, but I'm taking it again slow but steady. Demon, hello, darling. How are you doing, Pop? My goodness. Oh, my God. Like, why am I so warm? Oh, because the tiny space heater that I got is actually doing its job. My goodness, uncomfortably warm. You're welcome, my dear. Don't worry, I'm covered. This is actually the open side, but I don't want anybody mistaking a leg for anything more. But this is actually the open side, but I don't want anybody mistaking a leg for anything more. It's been quite some while since I've made a natural remedy tincture. It's hard to source really good kale for that. That and finding a good oil base that I appreciate the flavor of. I'm very texturally challenged at points. Well, that, and I didn't know, but beforehand, I was only doing it freshly picked kale. Apparently, kale needs a certain amount of heat in order to get all of the natural goodness of it. I know these things now. I know how to decarb now. But yes, they weren't nearly as strong. I was like, why are you not stronger? Oh. So yes, make sure you decarb first. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Come on in. Oh, good. That's cooled down quite considerably. Pardon as I go rummaging. Hello, darlings. Why, thank you, darling. They're about to get even better. Hello, Sonia. How are you doing, my darling? So, got a little bit more updated information. It seems that the thing that he did isn't going to affect us as deeply as I thought it was. It's still going to cause a bit of chaos, but there is hope. Thank you, darling. Basically used Solo Giovanni as the lip stain, a touch of gloss over it, and then, I want to say that I used Wet n Wild for my lip line. Oh, the judge blocked him. Yes! Oh, I love that. I absolutely adore that. So there was an executive order out there that was ever so concerning, because it looked like it paused everything that was government assistance for citizens. Apparently, it's much more about a committee thing. It's much less going to be affecting our ability to access things like social welfare programs and whatnot. Still going to cause a spot of bother, but people who are on things like WIC, TANF, food stamps, EBT, and whatnot aren't going to be nearly as deeply affected as it first seemed that we were going to be. Oh, yes. Well, because this is what happens when you don't get fully thought out information. So the fact that they're only reporting the very broad strokes word-wise instead of giving nuance is a problem. Thank you, darling. This? Oh, well, it's just, it's more or less a 1700s colonial accent. But for the most part, it's just back alley sex with an incredibly refined cat. Alley sex with an incredibly refined cat. Fuck Newsom. But honestly, start digging, he's an asshole. He went ahead and made it basically a felony to be homeless. He got police out to break up encampments and destroy homeless. He got police out to break up encampments and destroy homeless people's possessions so that they would have nothing. He destroy homeless people's possessions so that they would have nothing. He, and I do, he can eat my cinnamon ring. He, and I do mean he can eat my cinnamon ring. He can suck my left lip. If I had tea bags, they would be presented to his forehead. Just saying, just saying. Again, but you know, he's not the worst person, but I can't stand politicians. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Spooker, how are you doing, my dear? Planet Ice Creams. I'm sorry, I love that name. That is cute. Cute. How is everybody doing today? So, we're about to head over, or at least I'm about to head over to Favorited, because that's where I'm going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm gonna go over there, gonna go live, but gotta pop in the fangs real quick. I'm doing quite well. How are you doing, my dear? I love this lo-fi. I do wish that lo-fi would rely less on jazz, because that has seemed to become the overwhelming trend in lo-fi, is that everybody's going... Because that has seemed to become the overwhelming trend in lo-fi, is that everybody's going, oh, you know, we're just gonna give it jazzy, we're just gonna give it jazzy, and I'm like... No, jazzy is a genre. We're just gonna give it jazzy, we're just gonna give it jazzy, and I'm like... No, jazzy is a genre. Lo-fi is very much its own genre. It's okay if they sometimes cross over, but it's its own genre. Lo-fi is very much its own genre. It's okay if they sometimes cross over, but don't try to replace the word jazz with lo-fi, and vice versa. I believe it is linked in my bio. I am in a bathery over there. There we go. So, hello, darlings. How are you today? I know. What a vampire? How did we stumble over that? Hello, darlings. How are you today? I know. What a vampire? How did we stumble over that? Well, you must be weird, quirky. Maybe you like the goths. Or maybe you're just one of those dorks, and we absolutely adore you for it. If you like me, by all means, follow along, and if not, it's okay. Absolutely adore you for it. If you like me, by all means, follow along, and if not, it's okay. I'm not here for everyone. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. By all means, follow along, and if not, it's okay. I'm not here for everyone. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Or stick around and hate watch. I mean, we've got plenty of those as well. Everyone. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Or stick around and hate watch. I mean, we've got plenty of those as well. Either which way. Either which way. Really, really comical. Like, why? Why would you hate something so much and yet need so badly to watch it? Like, doesn't make any sense. This platform doesn't like to keep me smooth. But here, let me see if I can make it a little bit smoother. No, it should be fine. Thank you, darling. Wet and Wild of all things. Hello, Maddie. How are you doing, my dear? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I was like, no, I was smart. I turned off my connection, so it should be just going off of my phone, because the internet, I need to get one of those Wi-Fi boosters, Wi-Fi amplifiers. I am on basically the opposite side of the house from the modem, as it were, so you know how it goes. Hello, darlings, how are we doing today? It's a touch bitter, like me. I feel like I just need a touch more to it. Maybe. But here's the funny thing. If they wanted to sit and fight me, if they wanted to sit and actually debate me, that'd be one thing. Instead, they come in, they bark a couple of words at me, and then get summarily shut down. And then they go and complain about it. And then get summarily shut down. And then they go and complain about it. Hello, darling. Hello. Oh, having tea. Nice. Like me. So, favorited is in a battery, I believe. Yes, in a battery, sanguine battery. Those are going to be the ones that you can find me under. Right. Oh, it is the same name as here. Oh. Right. Oh, it is the same name as here. Oh. I wish one of them would just go, $100, let me come up and debate you. I will take your $100 and I will debate you for the next 20 minutes until you cry. One way or another. But you know, that's me. Hello, darling. You did spell it correctly, I love that. So we've been listening to Lo-Fi. It's a coffee vibes, jazzy, hip-hop in the rain, retro lo-fi for perfect chill mood. It's a lot of words to go soft jazz music. 'Cause no, this is not live. It's got elements of lo-fi, but just because it's at a low volume and in a soft speed does not make it the same as lo-fi. But I do love a good lo-fi. Lo-fi, ambient music, that kind of thing. I adore just having a little bit of that in the background. Pardon me as I... Hello everybody, how do you do? We're about to go over to favorited in just a few minutes. I'll probably end in about 2 minutes here, and it'll take me about 2 minutes to get set up over there. Oh, yes. Oh, no, I absolutely adore them in coffee. The chocolate ones? In, like, a slightly bitter coffee? Oh, yes. Oh, no, I absolutely adore them in coffee. The chocolate ones? In, like, a slightly bitter coffee? Oh, it's an absolutely fantastic experience. I adore them. In, like, a slightly bitter coffee? Oh, it's an absolutely fantastic experience. I adore them. Yes. Oh, yeah. So, a slightly bitter, a little bit less milk than I usually do, a slightly bitter coffee, and then these are the double chocolate Oreo thins. So they've got a lovely thin chocolate in the middle. Let's see if I can... So it's got a nice little thin slather, a little dollop of chocolate in it. I don't blame you. I'm not so much a fan of regular Oreos. Regular Oreos have that vegetable shortening icing in the middle. Just can't. Just can't. It coats the tongue. It's very unpleasant. But chocolate on chocolate? Oh. The chocolate on chocolate ones, especially the thins, are absolutely fantastic. But chocolate on chocolate? Oh. The chocolate on chocolate ones, especially the thins, are absolutely fantastic. Just the right amount of icing in there. Just the right amount of, especially the thins, are absolutely fantastic.